Okay. Good morning, everybody. I just did a video in Italian language about, let's say, some biblical argument. So now I will do pretty much the same in English. So first of all, look, if you know everybody that is interested to have to do an interview to me about the biblical argument, especially about the importance of genetic, so both haplogenetic and epigenetic in the Bible, please get in touch with me, as I would really like to do an interview in English with somebody who has, let's say, better equipment than mine. Because you can see, look, the quality of the video, of the audio is not great, but I like to start with my own channel here, sort of a series of video. Usually I do long video, like 2-3 hours, but this is my channel, so I'm not that good enough. So I will do a very short video, 10-20 minutes. I will do both video in Italian and in English. This is the English one. So obviously the best way to start should be, let's say, some general info about how the haplogenetic work. Haplogenetic is the science that related to the different ethnicity. So if you want to identify today who is Jacob, who is Edom, at some point you have to start to study haplogenetic, and let's say once you have the basic, the best thing to do if you understand who is Jacob, who is Isaac, who is Abraham, is to start not from Adam, which is supposed to be the best thing to do, but the best easy for me to do is to identify exactly who is Noah and his three sons, so Shem, Ham, and Japhet. So I believe this is the most important. Once you have the basic knowledge, this is one of the most important topics. That's how we start the video with this. So obviously about the genetic, haplogenetic. Look, when I start to say the name of the haplogroup, like haplogroup A, B, C, look, it's easy to understand that A, B, C are the oldest, and the haplogroup R1A, R1B, or haplogroup E, obviously, are the newest. So haplogroup R. So this is the most. Obviously, bro, there is many changes in haplogenetic. Because, for instance, if you first found out the group, the genetic haplogroup that you think is the oldest one, you call this group A. When you find out that there is another group older than the A, you don't call the A the new group. Otherwise, you will change anytime you find an older, you will change the scheme. So you call that group A0. This happened already. But in 2013, they found out that there was another haplogroup much older than the one that they called the A0. And instead to do the match again, they just called the new group A00. Then, obviously, many years ago, we had a sort of reclassification. What I mean by that, the haplogroup that before was called E1 AB 1B get the name E3B. The haplogroup that was called E1B1A get called E3A. So we had sometimes we have a sort of change, as the one I told you before. One important change was the haplogroup A4 that obviously they found out first that it was the group that after the A3, so they call it A4. At some point, they found out that this was a very important group, which is let's say the father of the three most important haplogroup of the planet. So they call it BT. So the one that was before called A4, due to its importance, become the BT. The B is because it's the second most ancient. T because of total. That was the thing is. So as I say, if you want to identify exactly today who is Jacob, Abraham, and Israel, Isaac, I think the best thing to start is to find out exactly who is Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japhet. And this I will say, look, I will call it very easy, but once you have the map of the genetic haplogroup of the Y DNA and the biblical name with the most important lineage, it seems almost like a perfect match because, for instance, the Egyptian today belong to the haplogroup E3b M81. Look, Egyptian have always been the same, 2000, 5000, they never change. So we know for sure that the Egyptian belong to the genetic haplogroup of the Y DNA E3b M81. So we know for sure that the big group called DE, that must be AM. Then the other one is easy too, who is Japhet. Japhet clearly is the haplogroup C. From haplogroup C, we have C1, C2, C3, C4. These are all the native who are the first who colonized, let's say, all the Asia. Europe included Australia, Japan. For instance, the first sapiens to arrive to Australia was the C4. The Native American, the first to arrive through Siberia from Asia to North America, were the genetic haplogroup C3. All these people from the sea, so C1, C2, C3, C4, so Native American, native of the Pacific, native of Australia, Japan, China, the whole Asia, and Europe too, all belong to Japhet. As the Bible says exactly like that. Say Japhet will occupy the whole Asia, Europe, and he will also invade the tent of Shem, which is the Middle East. So who is Shem? That's pretty easy too. Shem belongs to the genetic haplogroup F. So this is the situation, the general situation. NOA is clearly 99% is the haplogroup CT. The three descendants of CT are the DE, the F, and the haplogroup C. These three are obviously the three sons of NOA. So the haplogroup DE is AM, haplogroup F is Shem, and haplogroup C is Japhet. This for me is 100% sure. As a matter of fact, if you see all the today 99% of the people belong to one of these mega big genetic haplogroup. DE is which is AM, F which is Shem, and C which is Japhet. So obviously, if you see, obviously Mizraim, for instance, Mizraim is the Egyptian. Mizraim is E3b, which is from Am. So Am is D, that's for sure. C1, C2, C3, C4, these are all the descendants of Japhet, who occupy all the Asia, Europe. These were also the first sapiens to arrive in Greece, the Ionian. That's why the Ionian belong to the haplogroup C, not like the Caucasian for the haplogroup R1A, R1B, which we're going to talk another time. Also the first to arrive in Central Europe, like Gomer. Gomer is the son of Japhet. Gomer is what is called today Germany. Same as Ionian. Ionian is the son of Japhet. So the first to arrive in Europe, like Greece, Central Europe, also Wales, Britain, England, were the haplogroup C. After that, they arrive other haplogroup, for instance, the Caucasian of the haplogroup R1A, R1B, which are the most spread around Europe. But we're going to talk another time about this. So this is I believe is pretty sure to it. Also, so all the descendants of Am belong to the haplogroup DE. So if you want to find out who is Cush, Mizraim, Canaan, and Put, Put, you have to find out somebody from the haplogroup DE. So all the haplogroup are C. If you want to find out who is Gomer, who is Magog, who is all the others, you must find out the haplogroup C. And then Shem. If Shem is clearly the haplogroup F, what's the Bible say about Shem? Shem had 5 sons. If you see the haplogroup F, from F you have 5 different descendants. So these are clearly the son of Shem. F, the haplogroup genetic F, is the father of haplogroup G, H, E, J, and K. The haplogroup K, I'm pretty sure, is Arphaxad. Why I believe so? Because Arphaxad is the progenitor of Abram. So Arphaxad is the haplogroup. sorry, let's back again. F is Shem. G, H, I, J, and K are the 5 sons of Shem. K is Arphaxad. Arphaxad are the Chaldean people. The other 4 are Elam. Elam are the Elamite, mean the Persian, not the Iranian. Iranian are someone else. Iranian and Persian are not the same. Elamite and Persian are the same. Iranian are not the same. Iranian is the name given to when the descendants of Elam mixed with the descendants of Madai, the Mede people, and the union of these 2 people make the Iranian. So also the name Aryan and Iranian is belong to exactly this specific mix. Madai is the son of Japhet. So the Iranian, which are the Aryan, the Medo-Persian, are a mix of Medo, which is Madai, and Persian, which is Elam, the son of Shem. So back to the Semitic people. One is Elam. Elam is the Persian. The other one is Ashur. Ashur are the Assyrian. The other one is Aram, from which comes the language, the Aramaic. Aram is the Syrian. The other one is Arphaxad. Arphaxad are the Chaldean people. And the name, the famous city of the Chaldean, Ur, which is in modern Iraq, that's where the name Ireland comes from. Because many Chaldean, they moved, even before Abraham was born, they moved to Ireland. But this we talk another video. And the other one are Lud. The Lud are the lead people. Lead people is very important. I would like to write a book only about the lead people, because the lead people, they live in the modern Turkey, in the Lydia, and they were before the Pentarchat of the 5 Christian churches, the 7 churches which were in modern Turkey all belonged to the Lydia. That's where the Lydian people stayed. The Lydian people were very important for 2 reasons. One, because they had the 7 churches, Pergamo, Philadelphia, and the other one, Lydian, were the first to start the gold standard. So they were very smart people. These people were very smart. Obviously, before the Lydian people, even in Turkey, Middle East, and Egypt, they used gold as a currency. But the first to do the gold standard, mean specific weight, specific shape, this is called the gold standard. That's why it's called standard, because it's a standardization. The first gold standard belonged to the Lydian people. And probably the Lydian people are the haplogroup J, because if you see the people from haplogroup J, they are all very smart. They're good people, but they are very smart. So probably the haplogroup J is the Lydian. Haplogroup K is Arphaxad, the Chaldean, which is the progenitor of Abraham. And the other 3 are Aram, Ashur, and Elam. Aram are the Syrian people. Elam are the Elamite, the Persian. Ashur are the Assyrian people. Okay, let me close this video here. What I would like to say, look, if you found a way to, if you know some channel in the English language that talk about the Bible, they would like to talk, to do an interview to me or start a series with me, look, I'm very open to this, because usually I do video of 1 to 2 hours, because I have really information to do. But now I do this on my channel, so it's not very easy for me. So I will start to do this short video, 10, 20 minutes. Hopefully I don't lost it. But if you know somebody that is interested to have an interview about the importance of the genetic in the Bible, please let me know and get in touch with me. I really like this video to be watched by Gary Wayne, Trey Smith, because those people, I believe, are some of the best scholars. Gary Wayne for the Bible, but also Trey Smith, as was Rob Skiba. I really like these people. Look, there are many, even Leo Zagami are very informed on all the stuff, biblical stuff. But when it comes to Bible in English language, right now I will say that Gary Wayne and Trey Smith are the best. There are many more, others, David Carrico. So I would like to get in touch with, it's not going to be, so I would like to get in touch with these people, because I have many important information about all the, if you want to understand today who is Nimrod, who are the Edomite, who is Jacob, who is Abraham, who are the Elamite, you have to look at some point, sooner or later, you have to get studied the haplogenetic, which is, as I say, the study of the different ethnicity. So as I say, more or less close down. NOA is quite likely to be the CT, the genetic haplogroup CT. is the DE. Shem is the haplogroup F, and Japhet is the haplogroup C. So if you want to find out who is Abraham, father of Isaac, father of Jacob, you have to find out, first of all, who is Shem and who is Noah. So this, I believe, is the first. At some point, I will do other video, maybe about Adam and more information about the genetic. But this, I would like to start with a topic important, many people is interested to. So, as I say, look, thank you very much. I hope everything is fine. Look, I wrote 4 books in Italian. This is my first book in Italian. Look, at some point I will do a video about the USA in the Bible. Look, USA in the Bible is very important because it's at the same time the land of Cain, the land of the winged serpent, but it's also the land of Manasseh, is also the field. You know where they say the beast from the field? The field is North America. At the same point, is probably the real valley of Megiddo is not in the Middle East, it's in the USA. So at some point I will do more video about this, which I explain everything, why I believe is at the same time the land of Cain, the land of the serpent wind. But the name America is exactly like the name Europa. Europa become from Europa, the source of the name is also Etruscan, by this from the Etruscan were descended of Japhet, by the way, from Ripat, which was a descendant of Japhet. The name America, it means the serpent wing, but one of the descendants of Manasseh has a very similar name to America. So America has more than one meaning, and also more than one story, because at the same time it's the land of Cain, the land of the serpent winged, the winged serpent, but it is also the land of Manasseh, is the field for the field of the beast, where the beast come from, but it's also the real valley of Megiddo, is North America, not Middle East. And I will explain you this in another video because it's very interesting. Because when Manasseh was in Israel, it was split by the Jordan. Same today, USA is split by the Mississippi. Manasseh has a sort of dual personality because those who live near the border, they were more always in war, so they have totally different mentality from those who live from the west of the Jordan. We were pretty safe, sort of naive too. Hey, look, you can see this in modern USA. You have the patriot, which is like the one that do live in East Manasseh, was always in war, protecting the border. It's incredible. And those who live let's say the liberal, the one you call a liberal, they are to live in a safe place on the west of the Jordan, who are no problem. They are a sort of naive. They think the war doesn't even exist, while their brother fighting at the border against all the problem they have. So let me close this video here. I will do another one about the USA in the Bible, which is very important, and also European are very important. Let me close this one. Okay, ciao.